After an extremely lengthy court process, YNW Melly's case appears to be nearing its conclusion. Frustrated by the drawn-out proceedings, prosecutors are reportedly prepared to push for a life sentence. The court session began with Melly entering the room visibly upset and unkempt, sporting no haircut. However, the tone shifted dramatically when the judge brought up the possibility of releasing him from jail. It was revealed that Melly must now make an informed decision regarding his legal representation. The announcement shocked everyone in the courtroom, including Melly and the judge. As it was noted, he has been incarcerated for an astonishing 2,159 days.
No, let me repeat myself. Mr. Devins has to make an informed decision about who he wants as lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's up to our sheriff's office, but I can, as I said, I'm asking for, and then I'm asking for at least a day or two. And
you will decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
The new judge in YNW Melly's case was visibly shocked upon learning that the rapper has been held in jail without a conviction for 2,159 days. Addressing the prosecution directly, the judge stated, "Give me a final reason why he shouldn't be free tomorrow, or I'll release him on bond." This firm stance comes amidst allegations that the prosecutors have been stalling the case, partly due to their investigation into one of Melly's defense attorneys, Raven Liberty, for alleged witness tampering. The investigation into Liberty has significantly delayed the trial, with rumors swirling about whether the allegations are genuine or merely a tactic to keep Melly in jail longer. Some speculate that the prosecution may not have even submitted the proper paperwork for the investigation, leaving the court and Melly in a prolonged state of limbo as he awaits a retrial. Prosecutors continue to argue their case, pointing to the events of October 26, 2018, when YNW Sackchaser and YNW Juvie were killed. They claim Melly was responsible for the crime, but the full truth is known only to Melly, his co-defendant Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, and one other person, Melly's ex-girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton. Federal investigators reportedly uncovered suspicious activity on Mariah's iCloud account, suggesting that Melly may have pressured her not to testify in the trial. If true, this act of witness tampering carries a life sentence, regardless of whether Melly was directly involved in the deaths of Sackchaser and Juvie. However, the lack of clarity surrounding the prosecution's evidence has raised concerns about whether justice is truly being served or whether these delays are simply an attempt to keep Melly in county jail indefinitely.
New charges against Demons and two others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
There's a significant chance that YNW Melly's legal team could win the case regarding the deaths of YNW Sackchaser and YNW Juvie. However, if Melly is convicted of witness tampering, he could still face a life sentence. The federal investigation into Mariah Hamilton, Melly's ex-girlfriend, began after rumors started circulating in his hometown. Many speculated that Mariah might have been involved in the crime, allegedly helping Melly escape the scene after Sackchaser and Juvie were killed. These rumors sparked further attention when Juvie's father decided to conduct his own investigation. Speaking to people from various parts of the community, he uncovered claims that Melly had been using coded language to influence Mariah, pressuring her to appear at his original trial. These allegations of witness tampering now threaten to overshadow the entire case, leaving Melly's future hanging in the balance.
Crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person, and then that person.
Like to me, they're going through extreme measures, trying to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna, and they said Rocky's baby mom.
If found guilty, YNW Melly could face a life sentence solely on witness tampering charges. Recent court filings shed light on why Melly has allegedly been treated so poorly while in jail. In an interview, Melly's mother, Jamie King, claimed that her son has been denied basic rights such as using the phone or even receiving his mail, something she described as illegal. "My son hasn't been convicted of anything," she said. Even inmates who have been convicted are allowed to use a phone, write letters, and receive mail. They're holding his mail and refusing to give it to him. However, the court documents suggest a possible explanation. If the evidence is accurate, Melly may have been using the jail phone to commit witness tampering, which would justify restricting his access. These allegations have raised serious concerns, as they imply the restrictions are based on solid evidence of wrongdoing. Jamie King expressed heartbreak over the situation, describing her helplessness as her son is not even being treated like a human in jail. The prospect of Melly facing a life sentence for witness tampering alone has left his family and supporters deeply concerned about his future.
Not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail. They don't give it to him.
This situation has drawn significant media attention, particularly from individuals within the industry. Charleston White weighed in on the matter, stating that YNW Melly is being treated as he should be. White argued that Melly doesn't deserve special treatment simply because he's a famous rapper. He allegedly committed one of the most serious crimes imaginable, White said, emphasizing that fame should not exempt anyone from the consequences of their actions.
Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
This caught Bowie's attention, prompting him to address the stress Jamie King has been experiencing.
The YNW Melly. I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing. About being mistreated when you done chose to play. Think somebody.
Aware that they needed to take action to improve YNW Melly's chances of securing a bond, his lawyers presented evidence from the original trial. This evidence included text messages Melly had sent to his ex-girlfriend in real time during the incident, claiming that people were chasing him down the street and that he was hiding in a bush.
She real, bro. You know, she real. She's stressed out. I heard she had a. Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, 'cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman.
The defense argued that Mariah Hamilton's only involvement was attempting to save her boyfriend's life. Additionally, during the YNW Melly trial, prosecutors admitted that no firearm was ever found, which undermined the claims of a drive-by shooting, as the person allegedly holding the gun was miles away just minutes later.
Part of him saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, and I'm hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Zach and Judy? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're.
Unfortunately, this wasn't enough to secure Melly's release from jail. Let me explain what the prosecutor revealed next, which likely sealed the fate of YNW Melly's freedom. They uncovered that Melly had been very close to King Vao before his arrest and before V. Sly's death. A rogue member of the Gold Block gang disclosed a secret, claiming that Melly had confided in King Vao, asking for advice on how to handle a situation when your two best friends, Sock Jazer and Juvie, are coming after you for financial gain.
The first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which I was going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this information because I don't know what to use.
Okay.
The name YW is a registered LLC, where YW Melly and Borland performed concerts, sold merchandise, did promos, and worked with companies in exchange for money. This money was funneled through the YW business bank account and then divided evenly among the 4 YW members, with each receiving 25%. Allegedly, Melly and Borland were frustrated with Sack Jazer and Juvie, who put in little to no effort but still received the same amount of money simply because they were part of YW. Melly didn't want to continue paying them, and if you're familiar with King Von's past and how he handled similar situations, you can likely guess the kind of advice he would have given Melly. This was the missing piece of evidence the prosecutors had been lacking in the original trial: the motive. When you combine this with evidence found on Melly's phone, things take a turn for the worse. Hours after the crime, Melly sent a text message admitting to it.
Melly told him that he was two friends.
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, when people can say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, he was mad at me, bro. Why you put that, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you don't trust that his two friends. And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around?
Also found on Melly's phone was a saved video from someone's Facebook Live, showing Melly and Borland's reactions to the crime just 6 hours after it occurred. In the video, they are seen recording a music video in a nearby parking lot.
Milton asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
Melly's lawyers argued that Melly and Borland were contracted to record a music video on that specific date and time, and they couldn't back out due to a signed contract. According to them, they had to push through, put on a strong front, and conduct business as usual. However, many found it odd that they didn't appear upset at all, especially considering how Melly had emotionally handled previous situations. The lead prosecutor then delved into the physical evidence of the crime, such as the Jeep they were driving. During the original trial, Sergeant Williams testified that there was no way this could have been a drive-by shooting.
Rounds were inside.
3. From the driver's side back seat.
As to Christopher Thomas, where did that
Driver's side back seat. My determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that.
Williams revealed that the crime must have occurred inside the vehicle. It was at this point that YW Juvie's mother took the stand and testified about who was sitting in the back left seat, claiming that person must have been the one to commit the crime.
State your name before we go into your.
Leon Cruz.
And are you related to one of the?
Yes, I am.
How's it?
His mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat? If you can identify for the jury.
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.